Hello, in this video we will solve Natas 18. So on logging into the web page, we see that it is a login portal which asks for a username and password. And it also asks for an admin account for you to be able to retrieve credentials for Natas 19. So let's check the source code to learn more about the admin account. In the source code, we can see that there is a variable which has been marked as max 640. This variable is used in create ID function to find the to generate a random variable that is from 1 to max ID. Now, in the function mySessionStart, we see that there is a cookie PHP sesh ID, and if that cookie is valid, has a valid ID, then the mySessionStart functions return true. In the next function, we see that there is another cookie which is $session, and it checks if the array key present in $session has admin equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, we'll get the credentials for Natas. And if not, we are logged in as a regular user. So in the normal driver code, we can see that it checks for mySessionStart function. And if mySessionStart functions return true and it is a correct ID, then admin is set to 1. And we see the print credentials and we can get our username and password. So open burp suite. For this project, we'll need burp suite as we know that the max ID is declared with a value of 650. We can use that fact by brute forcing all the values of PHP sesh ID from 1 to 640. This can be done with burp suite. So in burp suite, you can start up a temporary project, open the proxy tab, open the browser and enter the website. I have already done it. So turn intercept on and input a random login and password for the Natas. Let's say Natas 19 and password be test and press the login button. As soon as you press the login button, burp suite catches it. Now we can see here that the PHP sesh ID has been set to 429. Now we want to brute force this. In burp suite, brute force can be done using the intruder function. To learn more about the intruder function, you can go to the burp suite documentation. So we'll first select the send to intruder option here. Then we'll go to the intruder tab. In the intruder tab, it asks us which values we will like to change and where we will like to put our payload. Our attack type will be sniper as there is only one value that will be constantly changing. So we'll select that ID. It was present in cookies, PHP sesh ID, and we'll add this character to both its side to signify that this is the value that we are going to be changing. Now we'll go to the payloads tab, set the initial of payload 1. We'll set the payload type to numbers as our input is a number. The starting point of number will be 1 and the ending point will be 640 as we already saw from the max ID function. Minimum number of digits can be 1 as the starting point is 1. Maximum number of digits can be 3 as the ending point is 640. Minimum fraction digits are 0. We do not need fraction digits. And maximum fraction digits are 0 as well because we do not need fraction digits. We need integers. So next we'll go to the settings tab and we'll go to grep extract. In grep extract, we'll choose the add option button. We'll then click fetch response. From the fetch response, we'll choose this text, you are logged in as a regular member, because this will tell us if we have logged in as an admin or a regular user. This is similar to what we did in the response in Python script. It tells us what our function has returned. It shows us our result. So now we'll go back to positions and then we'll start the attack. There was some invalid set. in step we will have to add 1. This signifies that we will increase our steps by 1. If we added 2 in steps, it will go to 3 after 1. There will be an addition of 2 points instead of 1. So now we'll go back to positions and we'll start the attack. And you can see that the attack has been started and the payload is checking PHP session ID one by one as shown. The result is being shown here, and you can see that we are constantly being logged in as a regular user. As soon as we hit the correct ID, we'll be able to see that we have been logged in as an admin. So we can see the correct ID from here as 119 shows that you are an admin. All others show you are logged in as a regular member. So now we know that if we set PHP session ID to 119, we'll be logged in as an admin. So we'll set the PHP session ID as 119 and then we'll forward this request. And we can see that we have received the credentials for Natas 19 and we have its password.